Me closest to the sidewalk when we go out.
You know what it is? It's self-love.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I am back again with another video. As you guys can see, I did take a couple of days off after my birthday festivities. And before we even get into the video, I wanted to say thank you guys so much for all of your comments, your support, your love, your continued support for Rivah TV and all of our conversations that we have here. I just wanted to formally tell you guys thank you and that I appreciate you guys. And of course, you know, I love you guys so very much. So right off of the coattails of me having a little, you know, a couple of days off, I walked right into the foolishness. Okay. There was this video that I saw initially on Instagram, and I then had to go to the original video to find out more information, and I was not confused. Okay. This woman went on social media, on TikTok, and she spent money for a photographer. She spent money for decorators. She did all these things to propose to herself. Yes, you heard that correctly. This woman surprised herself with a marriage proposal to herself. Check it out.
Me closest to the sidewalk when we go out. You see me in everything you.
Now, as if this was not cringe enough, okay? I'm just calling it like it is. I'm telling you guys my 100% opinions. As if this was not, you know, strange enough. What really got me is that the comments on Instagram were filled with women talking about, yes, sis, you know, get it how you live. I know that's right, sis. You know, yeah, self-love is the best love. You know, you're giving us good ideas. I need to do this for myself. You know, yeah, I'm not going to wait for no man to propose to me. I might as well do it for myself. And, you know, it really bothered me for so many different reasons. But first of all, if a man were to do the same exact thing and post it on social media, women would be dragging this man for filth. They will call him crazy. They will call him strange. They will call him a weirdo. They would reiterate why they, you know, choose the bear instead of the man. Like, they would go on and on with all sorts of conversations about why that would not make sense. But they are here supporting this woman in the name of quote unquote self-love.
You know what it is? It's self-love.
What I realize is that, you know, a lot of women are not understanding that there are women who are single because they have literally no choice, because all of the options that they had when they were younger, when they were in their quote unquote prime, you know, when they had the pick of the litter, they were always neglecting and rejecting men because he was not the, you know, perfect ideal man that they wanted to be with. And then when they get older in age, when they realize that they had been fed the, you know, quote unquote boss chick narrative, and it's no longer in agreement with the way that they want to live their lives. Oh, actually, you know, they hit the wall and they're saying, I do want to get on a man's page. Actually, I do want children. Actually, I do care about being submissive. Actually, I do want to get it right and I don't want to be alone. When they get to those spaces and those phases, they realize that the boss chick narrative was all foolishness. They realize that the people who were, you know, spitting game to them from the boss chick narrative point of view was full of women who were lonely and miserable because of the ill choices that they made in their youth. So instead of them crying and, you know, telling you the truth, what they do is they use their misery to garner your company and tell you all of the things that you need to hear, which leaves you, you know, riding on the train of loneliness, again, in the name of self-love. We've seen this happen over and over and over again. We've seen it happen from the likes of Eboni K. Williams, right? Who went from saying, oh, you know, I'm not dating no bus driver. I could never be with no bus driver. Not unless he, you know, owns the bus.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it.
She said all of those things, turned around and became a single mother by choice because her options, or the type of guy, the type of caliber of man that she is quote unquote waiting for to come and save her, is not around. So she took matters into her own hands, quite like this woman who took matters into her own hands to marry herself. Eboni K. Williams took matters into her own hands to, essentially impregnate herself.
That single motherhood by choice is going to be an option that more and more Black women consider and even exercise.
Unfortunately, the truth of this conversation is that this is going to be the harsh reality for a lot of women. Men are no longer playing the game. Okay? As soon as they see foolishness and spot foolishness, if you are not willing to change, if you are not willing to rise to the occasion, they will leave you by yourself. Long gone are the days that men feel like they have to deal with certain attitudes. They have to deal with certain behaviors. They have to deal with, you popping your neck and rolling your eyes and emasculating him and talking down to him and acting like, he is your child. Long gone are those days. Men have realized, the only reason why those women behave that way is because we allowed that. And we made it seem like, we had to bow down and worship them because we thought that we had no other options. Now that the internet is rampant, they realize that they have a plethora of options, a plethora of women who want to be with them. For too long, women have been fed this narrative, you are the prize and, you can do no wrong. You're above reproach. You don't have to be accountable for everything. You are the table.
Just remember that you're the prize always.
Say that one more time.
Just remember that you are the prize.
Yeah.
And in having this ideology that they are the prize, they've also been, they've also walked into spaces where then it's like, I'm not going to be with a man if he doesn't make this amount of money. I'm not going to be with a man who doesn't do this for me. I'm not going to be with a man who can't pay all my bills. Like they have all of this, these lists of things as if they are the ideal woman themselves.
But didn't I tell y'all to never help a man when he down because all he gonna do is resent you for it later on?
It's interesting. There are women who are in relationships with men who have all of the above. Everything that a woman would say that, they want in a relationship, the man has that. But because he doesn't have a certain amount of finances, they disqualify that man, thinking that there's going to be somebody else somewhere else, that the grass will be greener somewhere else. And again, as I always say, they look over the fence and they realize there's no grass.
The man who taught me what love looked like, he just got married not so long ago. But the reason why we didn't work out is because he was broke.
Well, his wife now is fine with that.
He worshiped the ground I walked on.
But
and he taught me patience. And he really taught me how to damn near love me. Taught me how to cook.
But
he was chasing a dream.
There's a lot of women who are in relationships with men and they break up with that man thinking that there's going to be better out there or someone else out there who's going to replace that man. But what they don't realize is that the man that they were with was their man. He was it. He was the top tier. He was the top of the top for you. And a lot of these women let their ego and their arrogance get in the way, ruin their relationships, and again, leave them out here by themselves, proposing to themselves.
Any closest to the suburb when we go out.
There's so many women, I would never date a man who has less finances than me. I would never date a man that has this. The same thing with Eboni K. Williams. I would never date a man who's a bus driver. They say all of these foolish things because they really in their head have been fed this narrative and now they internally believe that a man is only as good as his amount of finances. You know why there's a lot of women who are married who are not talking about those things? Because a lot of women who are married understand the fact that the two of them coming together is better than one. Because there is things that a man can provide in a relationship that, I don't know if women have ever heard of it or can understand or fathom that they provide more than just finances. Their leadership skills are unmatched. Their ability to problem solve unmatched. The fact that just having a man in your home, whether he broke or not, whether he got a job or not, whether he, is the most handsomest man or not, having a man in your home provides a certain sense of security that a lot of women do not understand until they're out there alone by themselves. It's a known fact that if you are a woman and you are single and you are by yourself, that you are very vulnerable. for all kind of situations. You can't go to the mechanic without them trying to charge your arm and a leg. For real. They have been fed this narrative that it all boils down to, you know, a man is only as good as what's in his pocket. Oh yeah, I'm not dating no broke man. You know, I ain't building with no man. You know, I don't care if a man has the opportunity to get a promotion or not. You know, if he's not making 6 or 7 figures, and he's not the man for me. Mind you, the woman who is having all these conversations doesn't have 6 or 7 figures, is not even wifey material, doesn't know how to cook, can't clean, is not anything that a man would look at and say, yes, she's an exemplary wife. But they have a list of all the things that this man has to be for him to be worthy of staying in a relationship with or getting into a relationship with. Just think about that. I have to say it again. You know, this is going to be the harsh reality for a lot of women because, again, men are done playing games.
Men get tired. We get tired. God, we get tired.
Ironically, a lot of the women who are preaching self-love, a lot of the women who are telling you that the grass is greener, a lot of the women who are the poster children of telling you that you should step away from your relationships or your marriages because there's always going to be somebody else, again, in the name of self-love.
You know what it is? It's self-love.
Those women have more options than the average woman would even have. But the average women are eating it up as it's supposed to be, you know, a good thing that they should be walking around and parading around in this way. And they're the ones who are going to be hurt in the long run.
It got worse. No. But I feel like it's about to get worse off.
I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.